We're diving into one such treasure, the 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny with a mint mark error, a coin that has fascinated enthusiasts and made ordinary people millionaires overnight. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this coin is so valuable, but you might also realize that your own pocket change could be hiding a fortune. Let's begin at the very heart of its allure. The 1964 D Lincoln penny might look ordinary at first glance, a modest, familiar copper coin, familiar to millions of Americans. But hidden in plain sight is a rare minting error that transforms it from simple currency into a collector's gem. Errors like this are not merely mistakes, they are anomalies that defy the ordinary, capturing the attention of top numismatists, investors, and rare coin enthusiasts. And here's the first shocking truth: even coins that seem insignificant in your wallet can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Have you ever wondered why some coins skyrocket in value while billions of others remain virtually worthless? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the story that each coin carries. Now, before you start checking your jar of pennies, let me tell you why the 1964 D penny is different. Minted in Denver, the deep mint mark on these pennies isn't just a letter, it's a signal to collectors that something extraordinary could be happening. Some of these coins exhibit doubling on the mint mark, misaligned strikes, or unusual die characteristics. These errors are rare enough to make a standard collector's heart race. Imagine holding a coin that was produced over half a century ago, perfectly preserved, carrying the subtle fingerprint of an accidental minting process. That small imperfection can turn an everyday penny into a dazzling investment opportunity. Have you ever asked yourself, how do people turn coins into real money? It's not magic, it's strategy. Savvy collectors understand the value of provenance, market timing, and auction platforms. Some of the most significant sales in recent years have taken ordinary-looking pennies and turned them into massive returns, with bids climbing into six-figure territories. Could your old coin collection hide a similar gem? The answer is yes, if you know what to look for. And that's what separates a casual collector from someone who can transform a small investment into serious wealth. Here's a question to reset your attention: have you ever bought a lottery ticket and thought, this could change my life? Owning a rare coin like the 1964 D Lincoln penny is that feeling, every day, but with a guaranteed scarcity. Unlike a lottery ticket, these coins are finite. Each minting error is unique, and once it's gone forever. This creates a sense of urgency among collectors, driving prices higher and higher. Imagine an auction room buzzing with anticipation, bidders competing fiercely for a coin that is, in reality, smaller than your thumbnail but worth more than a luxury car. The excitement is palpable, the stakes are real, and the opportunity is fleeting. So, how do you know if you have one? First, look closely at the mint mark. Is it perfectly struck, or do you see slight doubling? Is the coin unusually shiny, or does it bear the subtle signs of a minting anomaly? Second, consider its condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved, never circulated or damaged, can command extraordinary premiums. And third, know the market. Prices for 1964 D Lincoln penny errors are rising consistently, with top examples reaching the maximum dollar value for collectors willing to pay. This is not a passing trend, it is a permanent shift fueled by increasing demand and decreasing supply. Now, let's talk about how ordinary people are making extraordinary money. There's a reason stories of everyday Americans cashing in old coins go viral. It's possible. People have taken coins found in jars, drawers, and even couch cushions, and sold them to collectors, auctions, and rare coin shops for life-changing sums. You might be wondering, how do I sell old rare coins in the USA? Or, where can I find a buyer who will recognize the true value? The answer lies in education and preparation. Professional numismatic appraisers, certified auction houses, and reputable coin dealers are your gateways to unlocking maximum value. And here's a little secret: timing is everything. Coins sold during periods of heightened demand or rare coin shows can fetch dramatically higher prices than casual sales online. Imagine this: a retired teacher finds a 1964 D penny error in a box of coins inherited from her father. She thinks it's just another penny. Fast forward, she consults a professional appraiser, lists it at a prestigious auction, and walks away with a sum that could rival the value of a small house. Incredible, right? This isn't a fairy tale, it happens every day in the world of rare coin collecting. The key is recognizing potential before it's too late. Could your pocket change be your ticket to financial freedom? It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? But there's more than just money at stake. Rare coins like the 1964 D. Lincoln penny are pieces of history. They connect us to a moment in time, the artistry of the mint, the economic conditions of the 1960s, and the story of America itself. Owning such a coin isn't just about profit, it's about holding a tangible link to the past. And for collectors, that emotional connection is just as compelling as the financial upside. So ask yourself, are you ready to be more than a spectator in history, or will you let an opportunity slip through your fingers like loose change? Now, for those of you who might be thinking, I don't know anything about selling coins, don't worry. It's simpler than you think. Step 1. Identify coins with potential errors. Step 2. Verify their authenticity and condition with a certified appraiser. Step 3. List them through a reputable auction platform or rare coin shop. Each step brings you closer to turning a small, overlooked asset into something extraordinary. And here's a little pattern interrupt: if you're still holding a jar of pennies and thinking, nah, probably nothing special here, think again. That jar could very well contain a gem that changes your life. Let's pause for a moment and consider the emotional journey. First comes curiosity, the spark that makes you examine your coins more closely. Then excitement, the thrill of discovery when you spot a minting anomaly. And finally, urgency, the realization that rare coins are finite, and waiting too long could mean missing out. This emotional arc mirrors the journey of every successful collector and seller. By tapping into curiosity, excitement, and urgency, you position yourself to capitalize on rare coin opportunities before they vanish. The beauty of coins like the 1964 D. Lincoln penny is their universality. They can be found by anyone, anywhere in the United States. From a child discovering an old penny in a piggy bank to a seasoned collector meticulously searching through rolls of coins, the opportunity is accessible. And in a market that thrives on rarity, every potential find carries the possibility of life-changing value. How often does something so small hold such immense promise? Rarely. And that's exactly why these pennies are in such high demand. We're diving into a hidden treasure in the United States, a 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, an elusive error that collectors crave and investors fight to own. Imagine holding a piece of history that not only tells a story but also carries the potential to make you a significant sum of money. Can you feel the excitement yet? Because this isn't just a coin, it's a gateway to wealth, to opportunity, to a lifestyle most people only dream about. Picture this: you're at the local coffee shop, digging through your pocket change while waiting for your morning brew. There, shining under the fluorescent lights, lies a penny that looks ordinary, but it isn't. It's a 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. One glance and you know, somewhere deep down, that this little copper disc could be worth thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. The fear of missing out creeps in. What if someone else finds it before you? What if this one penny could be the turning point in your financial journey? The story of this 1988 penny begins with a mistake at the U.S. Mint. Unlike other pennies stamped with a D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, this rare error coin emerged without a mint mark. In the world of coin collecting, mistakes aren't failures, they're miracles. And collectors know it. They chase these anomalies with fervor, because rarity equals value. How rare is this coin, you ask? Consider this: thousands of pennies are minted every day, but only a handful slip through with this striking anomaly. And it's that scarcity that turns a simple 1-cent coin into a treasure that could sell for a maximum dollar value in the auction world. Can you imagine going from pocket change to a sum that could rival a year's salary? Now, let's step into the mind of the collector. Why are they so obsessed with this coin? It's not just about the money, though. Let's be honest, the financial allure is undeniable. It's about owning a piece of American history, a tangible artifact of a moment that was never meant to exist. When a collector spots a 1988 no-mint mark penny, their pulse quickens. Their mind races. Where did it come from? How many others exist? Could I be the one to add it to my collection? And here's a secret, they're willing to pay top dollar to answer those questions, but how do you sell such a rare treasure? How do you ensure that your coin, your ticket to potential millions, reaches the right hands? This is where strategy, knowledge, and timing come into play. Auctions are the arena where rare coins shine brightest. From prestigious coin shops in New York to high-profile online auctions, the market is hungry for items like this. Experts advise that condition is everything. A penny in pristine, near-mint state could fetch a jaw-dropping sum. Even minor imperfections can sway its value, but the mere presence of the no-mint mark elevates it above common circulation pennies. Have you ever wondered if that crumpled penny in your jar could actually be worth a small fortune? Now's the time to check. Imagine the thrill of seeing your coin listed in an auction catalog, alongside other rare and historic pieces. The bidding starts, and the adrenaline kicks in. Competitors from across the nation, and even around the world, vie for the chance to own what you hold in your hand. Your heartbeat quickens with every bid, and suddenly, that penny transforms into a symbol of triumph, of opportunity seized. Could it really be that simple? From your pocket to the auction stage, from obscurity to high demand, it's a journey that turns the mundane into the extraordinary. Here's a little secret most people overlook: there are countless opportunities like this hiding in plain sight. Your old change jar, the coins stuffed in drawers, or even that dusty collection inherited from a grandparent could be brimming with hidden wealth. Many Americans overlook their potential because they assume pennies are worthless, but history and the coin market tell a very different story. Have you ever thought about how much money sits idle in your home, waiting for the right moment to be transformed into real cash? This is the moment, and this coin is the proof. And let's pause for a moment. Are you laughing at the idea that a 1-cent coin could be worth thousands? That's okay, skepticism is natural. But then again, would you have believed it if someone told you 10 years ago that a comic book or a Beanie Baby could sell for 6 figures? The market changes, values shift, and timing is everything. The 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is a prime example of an asset that defies expectation. Collectors and investors alike know that if you act fast and wisely, you could be holding a coin that not only tells a story but also builds wealth. So, the real question becomes, will you be the one to recognize its potential before someone else does? Now, let's talk about action, because knowing about a coin's value isn't enough. You need to take steps, informed steps, to maximize its worth. How do you prepare your coin for sale? How do you find reputable buyers or auctions? How do you protect yourself from scams in a world where demand is high and rare coins are the prize? These are questions that separate casual holders from serious sellers. And the answer lies in research, networking, and timing. A professional appraisal can set the stage for a record-breaking sale. Listing your coin with trusted auction houses ensures exposure to serious collectors who are ready to bid aggressively. Have you considered that a simple phone call to an expert could unlock the highest dollar value for your penny? And here's where the excitement intensifies: the value of the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just theoretical. The market is actively seeking these coins. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices, not because they're frivolous, but because they know scarcity drives demand. Every coin has a story, and this one whispers secrets of the U.S. Mint, of errors that became treasures, and of ordinary pennies that transformed lives. Can you imagine holding a coin that could fetch a sum that's almost unimaginable, a coin that turns casual curiosity into serious wealth? As we approach the conclusion of our journey, think about the possibilities. From pocket change to a rare coin worth a fortune, from the kitchen drawer to an auction stage, this 1988 penny represents more than metal. It represents potential, strategy, and the thrill of discovery. So, the next time you find a penny on the street, or when you sift through your old collection, ask yourself, could this be more than just a coin? Could it be the key to unlocking a financial windfall? Could you be sitting on a treasure that collectors around the world would give anything to own? The story doesn't end here, it's just beginning. The 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny reminds us that opportunity often hides in the most unexpected places, waiting for the alert, the curious, and the bold. Every coin has a tale to tell, and every penny carries the potential to change your life. The moment you act, the moment you recognize value where others see none, is the moment your fortunes could shift dramatically. So, what will you do with the pennies you have today? Will you let them sit, unnoticed and undervalued, or will you explore their true potential, consult experts, and enter a market where knowledge, timing, and rarity create staggering rewards? Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. A coin so rare, so sought after, that collectors across the United States would pay top dollar for it. Today, we are talking about the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might be hiding in your drawer, your old coin collection, or even tucked away in a dusty jar in your home. Have you ever wondered how a tiny piece of copper could transform into a fortune? How a penny that looks ordinary could be worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies not just in its metal, but in its story, its rarity, and the eyes of those who know its true value. The story of this 1991 no-mint mark penny begins with a simple error, a mistake during production that made it one of the most coveted coins for collectors. While most pennies proudly display the mint mark indicating where they were struck, whether Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, this coin bears no mint mark at all. It's as if it slipped through the cracks of history, a ghost among ordinary pennies. And this is exactly what makes it extraordinary. You might be holding what could be a coin that collectors would fight to get their hands on. Can you imagine the excitement when someone realizes that a single penny, resting unnoticed, is actually a rare treasure worth big money? Now, let's talk about the urgency. Every day, more collectors are searching, more coins are being discovered, and more fortunes are being made. The market for rare coins is booming, and the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is at the top of the list. Imagine this: you stumble upon this coin in your spare change. Do you know how to sell it? Do you know where to take it so that it reaches the right buyer who can pay its true value? This is not just a question of money, it's a question of timing. The earlier you recognize its worth, the higher your potential reward. Waiting could cost you a fortune. How does a coin go from pocket change to millions? The journey is fascinating. First, collectors seek authenticity. Each coin must be verified, graded, and sometimes even certified by professionals. Once this is done, auctions and private sales become the battlegrounds for collectors who are eager to add such a rare piece to their collection. Think about it, a coin that seems ordinary to the untrained eye can spark fierce competition among collectors willing to pay top dollar. Have you ever seen bidding wars over a coin? The adrenaline, the excitement, the moment when someone raises the bid by thousands just to secure that one special item, it's thrilling. And you could be part of that excitement. Let's pause for a moment. Did you ever wonder why some coins are worth so much while others are nearly worthless? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. The 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is highly demanded because it's scarce, and each year fewer of these coins survive in pristine condition. The error that created this coin was unintentional, yet it has made it a crown jewel for collectors. Could this be the coin that turns your old coin jar into a potential treasure trove? How would it feel to hold something in your hand that collectors might pay tens of thousands of dollars for? The excitement is real, and the opportunity is now. I can almost hear you asking, how do I sell old rare coins like this one in the USA? Where do I start? How do I make sure I get the maximum value? The answer lies in knowledge, preparation, and connecting with the right marketplace. Local coin shops, reputable auction houses, and certified online platforms are all options. But beware, selling to the wrong buyer or without proper grading could leave money on the table. Do you want to risk missing out on a fortune because you didn't know where to sell? Of course not. And that's why understanding the market is crucial. A well-graded 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch astronomical prices, and serious collectors are willing to pay for authenticity and rarity. Here's a little secret: some coins aren't recognized immediately. They sit unnoticed in jars, drawers, or even the back of wallets. But when discovered, their value skyrockets. Imagine opening an old box of coins and spotting the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny staring back at you. What would you do? Would you feel excitement, disbelief, or maybe even a little fear at realizing what you found? This is where the thrill meets opportunity. And if you act quickly, you could turn what feels like an ordinary moment into a life-changing decision. Have you ever considered that millions of dollars in rare coins are exchanged every year in the USA alone? It's not just a hobby, it's an industry fueled by collectors who understand that rarity and historical significance translate directly into financial gain. How do you get in on this? First, identify your coins, understand their rarity, and know the market trends. How much are collectors willing to pay? What conditions are most desirable? And, importantly, how do you ensure your coin reaches those who will pay its maximum dollar value? Every detail matters, and every step brings you closer to potentially turning pocket change into millions. But let's add a little humor. Imagine telling your friends that a penny you found under the couch cushion could be worth more than their car. Would they believe you? Probably not. And yet, that is the reality of rare coins. The 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just metal, it's a key to wealth, a bridge between ordinary life and extraordinary opportunity. Could this penny be your ticket to financial excitement and collector prestige? Absolutely. But only if you recognize it and act on it. Let's take a moment to connect the dots. From the moment this penny was struck without a mint mark, its destiny was sealed. Its rarity created demand. Its demand created value. And that value, carefully recognized and marketed, could turn a simple coin into a fortune. But you must ask yourself, do you have coins in your collection that might hold similar secrets? Have you examined every penny, every dime, every nickel, with the knowledge that one small mistake from the mint could become your golden opportunity? How many fortunes are waiting silently in your drawers, just waiting to be discovered? Now, for the critical question, what is the current market value of this coin? In today's highly competitive collector market, a well-preserved 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny can fetch maximum dollar amounts, figures that are truly life-changing. We're talking about a coin that could potentially reach prices in the tens of thousands. Think about that. A single penny, normally worth 1 cent, can represent years of wealth accumulation. How would it feel to realize that something you overlooked for years could now change your financial future? The possibilities are exhilarating, almost unbelievable. If you're thinking about selling, here's what you need to do. First, have your coin authenticated and graded by a professional. This step ensures that collectors trust its rarity and condition. Next, connect with reputable auction houses or certified online marketplaces that specialize in rare coins. Ask yourself, how do I negotiate to get the highest bid? How do I present this coin to attract the right buyers? The answers lie in preparation, presentation, and timing. The market waits for no one, and every day could increase both demand and competition. How ready are you to act? We're diving into one of the most fascinating hidden treasures of American coinage, the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it may look like just another penny, tucked away in a jar on your dresser or forgotten in your pocket change. But here's the truth, what you see isn't always what you get. Behind its unassuming copper surface lies a story of error, rarity, and the potential to transform lives. Have you ever wondered how something so small could be worth so much? How a coin, dismissed as everyday currency, could suddenly become the centerpiece of a collector's dream? If you've ever daydreamed about turning your old coins into a life-changing fortune, then this story is about to ignite that spark. In the early 2000s, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies each year, each stamped with the familiar Lincoln profile. Most of these coins were destined for the cash registers, piggy banks, and vending machines of everyday Americans. But among these countless pennies, a rare error emerged, the 2002 penny with no mint mark. Unlike coins minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, these anomalies were missing the small, almost imperceptible letter that identifies their origin. To the casual observer, this may seem insignificant. After all, what's a tiny letter in the grand scheme of things? But in the world of coin collecting, this tiny omission can mean the difference between a coin worth a mere cent and a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Can you imagine discovering that the change in your pocket is not just money, but a potential fortune waiting to be claimed? The excitement is palpable just thinking about it. Here's where the story gets even more intriguing. Errors like these are not just rare, they are in high demand. Coin collectors across the United States are constantly searching for the next big find, and the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sits at the pinnacle of desire. Why? Because it is a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and aesthetic appeal. It's like holding a secret that the rest of the world doesn't know about, a secret that could literally turn a small investment into an enormous reward. You might be asking yourself, how can I verify if my penny is one of these rare treasures? The answer lies in careful examination. Look closely at the coin's surface, its color, and most importantly, the absence of a mint mark beneath Lincoln's bust. It's subtle, yes, but that subtlety is what makes it so valuable. Can you feel the thrill? That nervous excitement when you realize you might be holding something extraordinary in your hand? That is the feeling collectors live for every day. Now, let's pause for a moment. Imagine walking into a store, paying for your coffee, and unknowingly handing over a coin worth thousands of dollars. Sounds like a movie plot, right? Well, for some savvy collectors, this is reality. And this is where the real question comes in: how do you sell something so rare and so valuable? How do you navigate the world of auctions, coin shops, and private collectors to ensure you receive the maximum dollar for your treasure? These are questions every potential seller must ask, because selling a rare coin is an art in itself. Should you auction it online, or take it to a high-end coin dealer in New York or Los Angeles? How do you authenticate it, and what kind of documentation is required to secure the highest bid? These questions may seem daunting, but the answers are straightforward for those willing to do a little research and take action. Remember, hesitation can cost you thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. The opportunity is fleeting, and the clock is ticking. Here's a humorous thought to reset your attention for a moment. What if the coin you're holding turns out to be the exact penny that changes your life, and you only used it to buy a pack of gum? Funny, right? But it's also a stark reminder that the extraordinary often hides in the ordinary. From pocket changes to millions, that is the path many collectors have taken. And the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is one of the most direct routes to that path. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity, of financial possibility, and of the excitement that comes with discovering hidden treasure in plain sight. Ask yourself, how many times in life do you come across an opportunity so rare, so in demand, that you simply can't ignore it? The story of this coin doesn't stop at its rarity. It also represents a lesson in awareness and timing. Millions of pennies were minted in 2002, yet only a tiny fraction bear this error. The scarcity drives demand, and the demand drives value. Picture the scene in a high-stakes auction room, collectors with decades of experience scrutinizing every coin, their eyes lighting up as the 2002 no-mint Mark penny is presented. The bidding wars begin, the adrenaline surges, and the final hammer falls, sometimes for amounts that seem almost unreal. Could this be the fate of the coin in your drawer right now? Only time and knowledge will tell. Now, you may be wondering, how do I make money from coins like this? Can I turn a collection of ordinary pennies into a fortune? Absolutely. The key is education, awareness, and timely action. Start by carefully sorting through your coin jars, piggy banks, and even your wallet. Examine each penny for unique features, errors, or signs of rarity. Research market trends, what collectors are actively seeking, which coins are at their peak value, and what the auction houses are paying. Consult reputable coin dealers and consider professional grading services to authenticate and certify your coins. These steps are essential because authenticity and condition dramatically affect value. And always remember, the earlier you recognize potential, the greater the reward. Here's another question to provoke your curiosity. Could the coin that seems worthless today be tomorrow's $1 million find? History says yes. Many ordinary coins have become legends, selling for astronomical sums when the right collector recognizes their worth. And that is the essence of this journey, from the unnoticed to the celebrated, from the overlooked to the coveted. The 2002 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than metal, it is a bridge between past and present, a connection to history, and a direct line to financial opportunity. Can you imagine holding that bridge in your hand, knowing that with the right move, it could change everything? As we move toward the climax of this story, think about the possibilities. How would it feel to finally understand the value of the coins you've been accumulating? How would your life change if a simple penny, long ignored, suddenly held the power to grant financial freedom or elevate your wealth to unprecedented levels? This isn't fantasy, it is reality for those who seize the moment. The excitement, the fear of missing out, and the urgency to act are real emotions that drive the coin market. And it is precisely this combination of rarity, timing, and demand that places the 2002 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny at the top of collectors' wish lists. So, what is the current market value of this incredible coin? While prices fluctuate depending on condition, certification, and auction dynamics, one thing remains certain: this coin is at the pinnacle of high demand. Collectors are willing to pay maximum dollar amounts, often exceeding tens of thousands of dollars for coins in pristine condition. Yes, maximum dollar. Think about that, the change you've been ignoring could represent the culmination of someone's lifelong collecting ambition, and it could be yours to sell at the right moment. This is why knowledge, timing, and decisiveness are your most powerful allies. Ask yourself, how will I act when opportunity knocks? How will I ensure that this coin, or coins like it, become a part of my financial legacy rather than another forgotten trinket? Imagine holding a coin that most people walk past every single day without a second thought. That tiny piece of metal, cold and unassuming in your hand, could be worth more than your monthly mortgage payment, or even more than your first car. Yes, I'm talking about the 2006 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors across the United States and is now creating waves in the rare coin market. Have you ever wondered how a coin from your pocket change could suddenly become a ticket to unimaginable wealth? How a simple penny, minted less than 2 decades ago, could become a coveted treasure in the eyes of collectors? Today, you're about to find out. Let's start at the beginning. In 2006, the U.S. Mint released millions of Lincoln pennies, each stamped with a small D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia. Most people don't think twice when they see these coins. They pass them from pocket to pocket, coin jars to cash registers. But hidden among these millions was a very rare error: pennies struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, known as the 2006 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Unlike your standard penny, this coin has a production anomaly that makes it extremely rare, highly desirable, and incredibly valuable. Imagine you're rummaging through your pocket change right now. Could you be holding the very coin that might fetch tens of thousands of dollars at an auction? The thought alone is electrifying. What makes this coin so special? How is it possible that something most people consider trivial could be worth so much money? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Collectors in the United States, especially those over 30 with a keen eye for historical and financial opportunity, know that the value of coins like this isn't just in their metal. It's in the story they carry, the scarcity they represent, and the thrill of owning something few others will ever hold. When a coin like this appears at an auction, the room buzzes. Hearts race. Bidders shout, raise paddles, and in mere minutes, what was once a pocket change transforms into a fortune. Now, I can almost hear you asking, how do I know if I have one? How can I tell if my penny is worth something extraordinary? Start by examining the mint mark, or, in this case, the lack of one. A genuine 2006 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny from Philadelphia lacks the tiny D, or S, that usually identifies where it was minted. The details matter. Look at the date, the depth of the strike, and even the smallest imperfections. These seemingly minor features are the exact elements collectors pay tens of thousands for. Imagine missing out because you didn't check your coin jar carefully enough. Feels like a heart-stopping moment, doesn't it? Here's a question that might make you chuckle: how many times have you said, "It's just a penny," before tossing one into a fountain or leaving it under the sofa cushion. Funny now, but what if that penny was a rare error coin worth more than a luxury car? Suddenly, those casual coins take on a whole new dimension. And here's the kicker, people just like you are making serious money from coins they found in their pocket change. From ordinary to extraordinary, the transformation is real, and it's happening every day in the United States, but let's pause for a moment. You're probably thinking, okay, but how do I sell such a coin? How do I make sure I'm not leaving money on the table? These are important questions because the difference between a small fortune and a missed opportunity lies in knowing the right avenues to sell your coins. There are trusted auction houses, certified grading services, and coin dealers who specialize in high-value rare coins. Each step, from authentication to listing, matters immensely. And yes, even online platforms now allow collectors to reach buyers across the country, creating a competitive market where rare coins like the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny are highly sought after. Imagine the excitement when you realize your coin could go for its maximum market value, fetching prices that seem almost unreal. Could a penny really sell for tens of thousands of dollars? Absolutely. How? Because in the world of rare coins, rarity plus demand equals incredible value. Collectors aren't just paying for a piece of copper, they're buying history, exclusivity, and the thrill of owning something almost mythical. Ask yourself, do you want to be the person holding a coin that others dream of acquiring? Or do you want to watch someone else make millions from a find that could have been yours? That urgency, that fear of missing out, is what drives the rare coin market like no other. Here's another question to spark your curiosity: how do you start if you've never sold coins before? The good news is, it's simpler than you think. Step 1 is identifying coins with potential, like your 2006 no-mint Mark penny. Step 2 is understanding their grade, condition, and authenticity. Step 3 is connecting with the right buyers, whether through auctions, coin shows, or certified dealers. Each step brings you closer to turning what once was simple pocket change into a life-changing sum of money. Now, let's talk about the thrill. There's nothing quite like holding a rare coin, knowing that within seconds, it could create financial security for you or your family. It's not just about money, it's about empowerment. It's about discovering opportunity where others see none. Have you ever imagined that a coin you casually use to buy a coffee could be the ticket to a millionaire lifestyle? That's the reality of the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. And here's the magical part, it's highly in demand. Collectors are actively searching, bidding, and willing to pay record prices. Every moment you delay is a moment someone else could seize the treasure. Let's pause for a humorous interlude. Did you know the phrase, "a penny for your thoughts," might soon feel like an understatement? Especially if that penny happens to be a rare 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent. Suddenly, the coin in your wallet isn't just loose change, it's a conversation starter, a collectible, and a potential investment all rolled into one. But here's the reality, this opportunity won't wait forever. The coins are finite, and demand is rising. Collectors across the nation, from New York to Los Angeles, are scanning through coin jars, drawers, and attics, hoping to uncover hidden gems like yours. Every unexamined coin could be the one that changes everything. Imagine the excitement, the adrenaline, the moment you realize that your penny is not just copper, but a golden opportunity in disguise. This is the magic of rare coins, ordinary objects transformed into extraordinary wealth. And let's not forget, selling rare coins isn't just about cash, it's about legacy. By understanding the market, securing the best price, and navigating the right channels, you're not only making money, you're preserving history and becoming part of a community of collectors who understand true value. How do you feel knowing that your penny could end up in a prestigious collection, admired for decades to come, or even inspire others to dig through their own coin jars? That sense of pride is as powerful as the monetary reward itself. So, what's next for you? How do you turn curiosity into action, and action into a tangible fortune? First, inspect your coins carefully, identify any rare mint errors, and get them professionally graded if necessary. Connect with auction houses or certified dealers who specialize in high-value coins. Share your discoveries with experts, and don't be afraid to ask questions. How do I sell old rare coins? How do I maximize value at auction? How can I turn my pocket change into real wealth? Each question is a step toward transforming ordinary pennies into extraordinary opportunities. Imagine reaching into your pocket, just like any other day, and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, a rare, almost mystical piece of history that quietly sits among your spare change, waiting for the right moment to reveal its true value. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary story of the 2007 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has captured the fascination of collectors across the United States and sparked a frenzy in the rare coin market. Have you ever wondered if that tiny piece of copper in your hand could be worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Stick with me, because this story isn't just about coins, it's about opportunity, wealth, and the thrill of discovering hidden treasures right in your own life. The 2007 D Lincoln penny is deceptively ordinary at first glance. You might think, it's just a penny, what could be so special about it? But here's where the magic lies. Errors in coin minting are like nature's rarest anomalies. They occur when something unusual happens during the production process, creating a coin that's fundamentally different from all the others. These errors are extremely limited, often numbering only in the hundreds or even fewer, and that scarcity is what drives their value to astonishing heights. Imagine holding in your hand something that thousands of collectors would pay top dollar for, because it is a unique piece of history that cannot be replicated. Wouldn't you want to know how to recognize such a treasure? How to ensure that the coin in your pocket could actually be a key to your financial freedom? Let's journey back to 2007 at the Denver Mint. The Lincoln penny, a familiar sight to anyone who's ever used cash in America, was produced by the billions. But among this vast production, a small number of pennies emerged with minting anomalies, double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks, that turned them into rare collectibles. The 2007 D-Mint mark error is particularly fascinating because it represents a perfect storm of human oversight and mechanical precision. It's a coin that stands as both a symbol of history and a beacon for savvy collectors who understand that fortune favors those who act quickly and wisely. Have you ever asked yourself, could my change be worth more than my wallet? It's questions like these that spark the excitement and urgency in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about value, the reason why collectors, investors, and everyday people are suddenly paying attention to these coins. A standard 2007 D Lincoln penny might be worth only a few cents in a pocket, but a rare mint error can skyrocket to prices that are beyond imagination. The current market value? Think maximum dollar. We're talking about coins that have been auctioned for tens of thousands, with some extraordinary examples reaching hundreds of thousands. And here's the kicker, these coins are in high demand. Every collector, every auction house, every rare coin shop in the United States is searching for these gems, and if you have one, you are holding leverage over a marketplace that rewards knowledge, timing, and precision. So, ask yourself, how would it feel to transform something as small as a penny into a life-changing fortune? How do you even start selling coins like this in the US, and what steps ensure you get top dollar at auction? Before we dive into the mechanics of selling and profiting, let's pause for a moment and picture the thrill of discovery. Imagine walking into your local coin shop or logging into an online auction site and finding that a 2007 D Lincoln penny with an error is worth far more than you ever imagined. Heart racing, palms sweaty, the possibilities stretching before you like a story waiting to be told. Humor me for a second, have you ever thought a penny could make you richer than your retirement plan? Strange as it may sound, it's true. Coins like this embody the principle that wealth often lies hidden in plain sight, and those who recognize it first reap the rewards. This isn't just a hobby, it's a mindset. It's about seeing potential where others see everyday objects and acting decisively before someone else beats you to it. So, how do you turn this potential into real money? Step 1 is education, understanding the signs of a valuable coin. Look for anomalies in the mint mark, doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, unusual coloring, or other imperfections that make the coin unique. Step 2 is authentication, getting your coin certified by a trusted grading company to verify its rarity and condition. Step 3 is leveraging the market. Auctions, both online and in person, coin shows, and private sales are your gateways to transforming these tiny pieces of metal into serious wealth. You might be asking, where do I even start? How do I find buyers willing to pay top dollar? These are excellent questions because the market is competitive, and timing is everything. But the good news? Knowledge and preparation put the power firmly in your hands. The more you know, the faster you can move, and the higher your potential return. Let's take a moment to reflect on the emotional journey of selling rare coins. There's excitement, the thrill of spotting a potentially valuable penny among your loose change. There's fear, the concern of missing an opportunity, of not recognizing a treasure when it's right in front of you. And there's urgency, the understanding that in a market this hot, hesitation can cost tens of thousands of dollars. These emotions aren't just feelings, they're signals guiding you toward action. And if you're smart, you channel them into strategy, researching, authenticating, and negotiating with precision. The 2007 D. Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin, it's a lesson in patience, observation, and calculated risk, all wrapped up in a shiny copper disc that fits in the palm of your hand. But wait, let's break this tension with a thought that might make you smile. Imagine explaining to a friend that you made a small fortune from pennies found under the couch cushions. The look on their face, the disbelief, the awe, it's priceless. Pattern interrupts like this remind us that life's biggest opportunities often come in the most ordinary packages. And for those of us chasing financial freedom, it's a daily reminder that attention to detail and curiosity can pay off in ways we never imagined. Isn't it exciting to think that your daily walk to the grocery store could literally uncover wealth? And the truth is, it can. Every coin, every pocket, every drawer in your home holds the potential for discovery, if you know what to look for. Now, connecting all the dots, the discovery, the recognition of value, the authentication, the strategic selling, we arrive at the ultimate question: how much could a 2007 D. Lincoln penny with a mint error be worth today? How do you go from pocket change to millions, navigating auctions and rare coin shops across the United States? While no single coin guarantees fortune, the right penny, in the right hands, at the right time, can reach maximum dollar value. Savvy collectors and investors understand this principle: rarity plus demand equals opportunity. And every day, more people wake up to the realization that the coins in their jars, drawers, or old collections are not just curios, they're keys to unlocking wealth, lifestyle, and the thrill of being part of history. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so ordinary that almost everyone passes it by in their pocket change, yet so extraordinary that it could make someone's fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of rare coins, the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be wondering, a 2013 penny? How could that possibly be worth anything? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change the way you look at the coins in your wallet. The story begins with the quiet brilliance of the United States Mint. In 2013, Lincoln cents were being produced in massive quantities at multiple mints. Normally, every coin carries a tiny mark, a mint mark, that tells collectors exactly where it was made. But a few rare pennies escaped this rule. Imagine a production line, churning out millions of coins, and a single oversight creates a rarity that collectors around the country, and even the world, are willing to pay thousands for. This is exactly what happened with the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It's like the universe whispered, only a select few will notice this gem. Now, let's pause and think about this. How many times have you reached into your pocket, pulled out a penny, and tossed it into a jar without a second thought? What if one of those pennies was actually a golden ticket? Exciting, right? This coin is more than just copper and zinc. It's a symbol of opportunity, of hidden wealth, and the thrill of discovering something that almost everyone overlooks. Imagine the rush you'd feel realizing that a coin you casually carried could be worth more than some people earn in a month, or even a year. And yes, collectors are hungry for these, desperate even, because the rarity of this error makes it incredibly desirable. You may be asking, how do I know if I have one? How can I sell old and rare coins in the USA and actually make money? That's where the adventure begins. First, every coin must be examined closely. The absence of a mint mark isn't always obvious to the untrained eye. But don't worry, once you learn the subtle cues, you'll start seeing the potential fortune hidden in coins that were once just part of your everyday change. And here's a humorous thought: maybe your dog's water bowl has a fortune lying at the bottom of it disguised as old pennies you dropped and forgot about. Crazy, right? But it's exactly this kind of possibility that makes coin collecting and selling so thrilling. Now, let's talk about the market, because this is where excitement turns into opportunity. The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is in high demand. Auction houses and private collectors are constantly on the lookout for these coins, and when one appears, it can spark bidding wars. You might be wondering, could this really be worth millions? In rare cases, yes. The maximum market value is staggering, reflecting how collectors value the rarity, the story, and the absolute scarcity of this coin. People are not just buying metal, they're buying a piece of history, a story that only a few in the world can own. Imagine holding something so rare that it sparks envy and excitement in seasoned collectors. That's not just coin collecting, that's being part of an exclusive club of wealth and knowledge. Here's a question that might have crossed your mind: how do people actually sell old rare coins, and how can I get the best price? The answer is strategic. Auctions are one of the most effective ways, but private sales and certified coin dealers also offer lucrative opportunities. Timing is everything. Coins like the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny rarely appear, and when they do, the urgency is real. Every day you wait could mean someone else grabs the opportunity before you. The excitement of a live auction, the energy, the bidding, the rise of the hammer, is unmatched. And think about it, could your pocket change transform into a life-changing windfall? The answer is yes, if you know how to navigate the market wisely. Let's step back for a moment and consider the emotional pull here. Fear and excitement are intertwined. Fear that you might overlook a coin of extraordinary value, and excitement that your next discovery could make you part of a wealthy lifestyle you've dreamed about. This is why collectors and sellers alike treat coins like treasure maps. Each one could lead to untold riches. And let's not forget, the thrill isn't just about money. It's about the story, the history, the feeling of uncovering something that the world almost missed. Could there be a better combination of excitement and opportunity than that? Now, imagine this: a jar of loose change, a drawer full of old pennies, and you suddenly notice that one coin is different. No mint mark. Shiny, precise, and unique. That's the moment when everything clicks. You see the potential. You see the auction bids, the collectors, the phone calls from serious buyers, and the emails offering top dollar prices. From pocket changes to millions, this is exactly the kind of story that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. People have done it, and you can too. The key is awareness, education, and knowing the exact steps to sell old and rare coins in the USA. So here's another question for you: what's the first step to turn a penny into a fortune? It starts with recognition. Learn to spot the errors, understand the rarity, and then connect with reputable buyers or auction houses. And don't forget certification. A certified coin dramatically increases your chance of getting maximum value. But here's the twist: sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins are hiding extraordinary stories. And that's the thrill. Imagine a coin resting quietly in your wallet or coin jar, waiting for the moment it transforms your financial reality. You might be laughing now, thinking, a 2013 penny? Really? But that's exactly the point: everyone underestimates it. That underestimation creates opportunity. It creates demand. And for collectors, the scarcity and the story behind a no-mint mark Lincoln penny in 2013 is irresistible. The market rewards the vigilant, the patient, and those willing to take the leap. And here's a secret: while many people think the rare coins are only from the 1800s or early 1900s, modern errors like this are equally valuable because they are less expected. Isn't it exciting to know that recent coins can hold immense wealth potential? Let's connect the dots. The journey starts with discovery, noticing the no-mint mark penny, learning its significance, and realizing its market potential. The next act is strategy, understanding how to authenticate it, finding the right auction or buyer, and creating a sense of urgency in the sale. And finally, the climax, holding the coin as it fetches top dollar at auction or in a private sale, transforming something seemingly ordinary into a life-changing fortune. From pocket change to millions, this is the path, and it's a story that could be yours. And before we wrap up, let me leave you with one last thought. Every coin tells a story, every rare error carries immense value, and every moment you hesitate could be a missed opportunity. How many times have we overlooked the extraordinary hiding in plain sight? How many pennies have slipped through our fingers that could have changed everything? The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility, of wealth, and of the excitement that comes from being alert, informed, and ready to act. Imagine reaching into your pocket, the same pocket you've used countless times, and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. Yes, a single penny, an ordinary 2020 Lincoln 1-cent. But what if I told you that some of these pennies, minted with a small but significant error, are now worth an astonishing fortune to the right collector? Could a coin as common as a Lincoln penny hold the key to millions of dollars, sitting quietly in your spare change? Today, we're diving deep into a story that transforms a humble coin into a rare treasure and shows exactly how you could turn your pocket change into a life-altering sum. Are you ready to discover the secret? Let's begin by understanding the incredible rarity behind the 2020 mint mark Lincoln penny. Most coins are produced in the millions, yet a very small fraction carry minting errors, tiny imperfections that can send collectors into a frenzy. These errors might be doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die cracks. But what makes the 2020 Lincoln penny exceptional is a subtle misalignment that only trained eyes can spot, yet once noticed, it transforms the coin from an everyday 1-cent piece into a piece of history, sought after in the highest echelons of coin collecting. Can you imagine holding a coin in your hand that collectors across the United States are willing to pay thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars for? Here's where the story gets exciting. In recent months, auction houses in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago have reported that these rare 2020 pennies are commanding staggering prices. Some coins, depending on their condition and the prominence of the error, have sold for amounts that can only be described as jaw-dropping. Could a coin you find in your wallet or coin jar be the next headline-making sale? Absolutely. And here's the thing, these coins aren't just rare, they're in high demand. Imagine the thrill of selling a coin for a sum that could fund your dreams, your travels, or even the legacy you want to leave behind. It's not just a coin, it's a golden opportunity wrapped in copper. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I even know if I have one of these rare 2020 Lincoln pennies? And that's exactly the question every collector wants answered. The truth is, you don't need to be a numismatic expert to start identifying valuable coins. It begins with curiosity and a keen eye. Look for slight differences in the lettering, unusual doubling on the date or the mint mark, or tiny anomalies in the coin's surface. These aren't mistakes, they're treasures in disguise. You see, many people overlook these subtle details, dismissing them as scratches or flaws. But for the informed collector, these minor quirks are the magic that can turn a few cents into thousands of dollars. How many coins have you casually tossed aside, never realizing their true potential? But let's pause for a moment. Picture this, you walk into an auction house, a box of coins in hand, and the excitement in the room is palpable. Dealers and collectors are eyeing the lot, and your 2020 Lincoln penny, the one you thought was ordinary, is now the center of attention. The gavel is poised, and bids start flying. Your heart races. Could this be the moment your life changes? Yes. This is the world of high-stakes coin collecting, where knowledge meets opportunity. But how do you navigate this world without feeling lost or overwhelmed? It all begins with understanding the market. Knowing when and where to sell is crucial. Online auctions, specialized coin shops, and numismatic conventions all offer avenues to reach buyers willing to pay top dollar. But timing and presentation matter. Coins in pristine condition, properly graded and certified, fetch far more than those that are damaged or poorly presented. Have you ever wondered why some sellers strike gold while others walk away with pennies? It's all about strategy, insight, and knowing the value hidden in plain sight. The 2020 D Lincoln penny has proven itself as a coin in high demand. Selling it to the right audience can unlock its maximum potential, and let's face it, questions are natural here. How can I sell my old and rare coins in the USA? How can I make sure I'm not leaving money on the table? How do I even find the right buyers? These questions are not just valid, they're essential. The coin market is competitive, but for those who educate themselves and act decisively, the rewards can be life-changing. From pocket change to millions, the path is paved with opportunity for those who dare to explore. Have you ever thought that the coins you've collected, or even forgotten about in drawers, could hold the key to financial freedom? Now, let's inject a little humor to reset your attention. Imagine if Lincoln himself could see the frenzy over his penny today. Would he be surprised or chuckle at the idea that his likeness on a coin is worth more than some people's monthly salary? It's fascinating how ordinary objects, when touched by history and scarcity, can become priceless. And this is exactly what makes the 2020 D Lincoln penny not just valuable, but thrilling to collect and sell. The question isn't just whether these coins have value, it's whether you're ready to claim that value for yourself, but the story doesn't stop there. It's also about legacy. Selling a rare coin is more than a transaction, it's a connection to history. Each coin carries the story of its time, the craftsmanship of the mint, and the subtle anomalies that set it apart. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a piece of the American story. And when you hold a 2020 D Lincoln penny in your hand, you're holding a tangible link to both the past and the potential future of wealth. Could this coin be the bridge to your next great adventure, your dream home, or even the foundation of your financial security? Here's a secret many sellers overlook: presentation and verification can amplify the coin's value dramatically. Having your coin professionally graded by reputable organizations adds credibility and can significantly increase the price buyers are willing to pay. Imagine receiving an offer that feels almost unreal, knowing that it reflects the true value of your rare penny. Could your casual coin collection, once thought to be mere pocket change, be the treasure trove you've been seeking? Absolutely. And the first step is action: examining your coins, researching errors, and seeking professional guidance. As we connect the dots, it becomes clear that opportunity favors the prepared. From understanding the rarity of the 2020 D Lincoln penny to learning the best methods for selling, you are stepping into a world where knowledge truly translates into wealth. What if the coin in your pocket today is the same coin that could secure a future you've only dreamed about? How would it feel to transform everyday change into extraordinary fortune? This isn't just speculation, it's the reality of the coin market when you know what to look for and how to act. So, what's the takeaway here? The 2020 D Lincoln 1-cent penny is not merely a coin, it's a chance. A chance to explore history, engage with a passionate community, and unlock value hidden in the ordinary. For collectors and sellers in the know, this coin represents maximum potential, both in financial terms and in the excitement of discovery. The demand is high, the market is active, and the opportunity is now. Are you ready to uncover your treasure, take the right steps, and make your move before someone else does?